Hello, class. This is Dr. Scott again with the third and what I hope is the final um, tutorial for Chapter 11 homework. We're going to pick up again with Whack-A-Mole. It has 2 million shares of common stock outstanding, 1.5 million shares of preferred stock outstanding, and 50,000 bonds. Assume the common shares are selling for $60 per share, the preferred shares are selling for $49 per share, and the bonds are selling for 103% of par. Now this question is asking us to find the equity weight, the preferred stock weight, and the debt weight. And if you'll recall in the previous video, we did one of these for each, but I'll show you just quickly how to do them again. So equity weight is the value of common stock divided by the combined value of common stock plus the value of preferred stock plus the value of the bonds. So we'll tell Excel what to do for us. We need an equal sign. So the value of the common stock, again, is the number of shares outstanding, which is B71, times the price. So that's B74. Now we're going to divide. We need a double parentheses here, if you'll recall, because we're going to give Excel the formula for the value of the common stock, the value of the preferred stock, and the value of bonds. And we're going to add all those together, and we want it to treat it as one value. So the value of common stock, once again, B71 times B74, close parentheses, plus open parentheses, value of preferred stock, which is B72 times B75, close parentheses, plus open parentheses, B74, that's the price of, there's the number of bonds outstanding. Well, actually B73 is the number of bonds outstanding. And then we multiply that by the percent of par, which is B76. Now, I forgot to write it in our equation, but remember the value of bonds, we have to multiply it by $1,000. So we're going to times 1,000. Close parentheses, close outside parentheses, hit enter, and we get 0.489795918. But again, we want a percentage that goes to 2 decimal places. So we click percent, and then the decimal place, 1, 2. So 48.98%. Preferred stock, we're going to do the same thing. Our numerator is the value of the preferred stock, and our denominator is our combined value that of our common stock, preferred stock, and bonds. So we do it just the same way. Equal sign, parentheses. Our preferred stock is, we have 1.5 million shares, which is B72, times the price of the share, which is B75, close parentheses, divided by double parentheses, and then we need common stock B71 times B74, close parentheses, add, open parentheses, preferred shares are B72 times B75, close our parentheses, plus, open parentheses, number of bonds is B73 times our percent of par, which is B76 times 1,000. Close our parentheses, close our primary parentheses, and hit enter. And we come up with 0.3. Once again, we need a percentage, so we'll go up here to the number tab and click percent, and we want it to go to those 2 decimal places, so we'll say 1, 2. So our preferred stock weight is 30% in this scenario. again, remember these are examples. The numbers that you have are going to be different, but the way you do them is the same. So now our debt weight, we do the exact same thing, only our numerator is the value of the bonds. And once again, the value of the bonds is number of bonds outstanding, which is B73, times percent of par, which is B76, times 1,000, divided by double parentheses, and we have B71 times B74 to get the value of our common stock, plus, open parentheses, B72 times B75. Oh, I see I made a mistake up here. I don't know how I typed 60 instead of 74, but I sure did. Okay, so B75 to get our preferred stock plus the value of our bonds, which is B73 times this keeps going to B60. We want B74, which does happen to be 60. It's not letting me change it, so let's just get rid of the B. We know it's 60. Okay, B73 times B76 times 1,000. Close that parentheses, close the main parentheses, hit enter, and we get 0.21020482. Again, percent, 2 decimal places, 1, 2. 21.02% is the debt weight. All right, and that was, again, the same as we've been doing. Okay, the next one does not have a firm name. It's just an all-equity firm. So an all-equity firm is considering the projects shown below. The T-bill rate is 4%, and the market risk premium is 7%. Calculate the project-specific benchmarks for each project. Round your answers to 2 decimal places. So first we need to figure out the project-specific benchmarks for each one. And that is the interest on equity equals the risk-free rate plus beta times the market risk minus risk-free rate. So it's not that rough. So project A, i.e., equals our risk-free rate, which is also our T-bill rate. So that's B87 plus our beta, which, our beta for project A is C90 times our market risk, which is B88 minus just times 7 times B88. Sorry about that. So let's hit enter. And we get 7.5%. This is set to 3 for some reason, so we're going to decrease our decimal by 1 by clicking the other little decimal button. And there we go. Project A is 7.5%. Project B equals. Same thing, our T-bill rate or our risk-free rate is B87 plus the beta, and the beta for project B is C91, otherwise known as 1.6, times our market risk, which is B88. Hit enter, and we get 15.200. I'm not sure why it set itself to do this, but we can get rid of that extra zero with no problem. Project C. Same thing. We're going to say the T-bill rate, or equal sign first. T-bill or risk-free rate, which is B87, plus our project beta, which for C is 1.8, which otherwise known as C92, times the market risk, which is B88. 16.60%, and we're going to take that down by 1 because we want to round out to 2 places. Project D. Exact same thing. We're going to take our risk-free rate or our T-bill rate, which is the exact same thing, which we can find at B87. We are going to add the project's beta. This project's beta is 2, which we can find at C93. We're going to multiply it by the market risk, which we know we can find at B, what number is that? 88. Hit enter, and we've got 18%. So when we evaluate these, the expected return is right here. In this case, if project A's expected return of 8% had been compared to real numbers, to this project-specific required return of 7.5, it would have been accepted. So project A, in this case, would have been incorrectly rejected if the firm-wide weighted average cost of capital had been used as its benchmark. So I hope that helps, and that is it for homework for this chapter. Call me if you have questions.